there's guys that have died that have done that. And he goes, Adam, there's guys that have done the stuff that you've done. That's a good point, Carl. And I just knew, you know, he was the guy that followed his passions. He loved his family. His brothers and him had the relationships that I wish I had with my brother. I just miss you, Carl, and I know that everybody here misses you just as much. And I wish we could bring you back, but you know what? You died doing something pretty fucking badass. And there's something to be said about that, so thanks for going fast. Thanks for having the balls to do what you did. And thanks for having the badass family and showing us, you know, and giving us an example of what a great dude is.
The study of rare events, huh? What do you think the odds of a Carl Sorensen are?
1 in a billion.
I fell in love with Carl while he was riding that motorcycle. This is novice year. We were drag racing down the front straight at Pueblo on the last lap of the race. He was to the left of me, and I looked left. And if you want to see what I saw, go over there and look at that picture and turn your head to the side a little, because he looked over at me and I looked over at him, and from that moment it was on. We were going to see who would hold on to the throttle the longest, and I'll say that I did it that time, but I never did it again. That's the moment I fell in love with Carl. What are the odds of a Carl Sorensen?
So I really don't have a story that Carl said, hey, where'd you get that shirt? I'm pretty sure he'd look good in it. But I do remember one time I went to his pit and he said, girl, if you come back here, I'm going to motorboat you. And Lacey knows he would say something. I love you, Lacey, and the last thing Carl said to me was he loved me. Carl, I love you too.
So there's a lot of people here. Sometimes it would feel like Carl was just this voice on the radio, but I'd always remember that he and I were kind of this two-part team of making sure that everyone on the track was safe, and safety was always the big thing with him. And there would be some times where my dad would get upset about, you know, there's this new thing that Carl's looking at, and he's doing it to keep you safe. And I always felt like it was a big deal that we were the ones, you know, everyone made sure that everyone was safe, but it meant something to be like almost like a dynamic duo with Carl to keep the racers safe. And he's definitely going to be missed.
So Carl and Lacey signed up for the Rocky Mountain Kawasaki race team last year. And at that time, there was a Team Green effort where we could get a really smoking deal on a ZX-10, and those guys were just so psyched to be part of that effort and so appreciative for whatever we could do for them. And it made me feel guilty that I couldn't do more, you know, for these guys, because it's just like no other. The people that are out there, when you help them out, yeah, they say thank you and everything, but from Carl and Lacey, you felt it. You knew that that's what they really desired, to say, we want to be part of you, and we're just so honored to have those guys on our team. And throughout the years, you know, I just felt like, God, what else can I do for them? What else can I do for them? Can I get them oil? Can I get them brake pads? So, I mean, just that's the way the guy guilted me into this. Not on purpose, just because that's the way that he was. You know, there's going to be a big empty seat in our team without him there. And for all the MRI racers, and I've been around for quite a few years, we've seen the good, the people that have come in, and the friends we've met, and the marriages that have happened, and the children that were born. And you know, there just couldn't be a better family out there to get involved with. And unfortunately, we also have the bad, and this is part of it, and we all have to deal with it. But we're all going to miss a guy that was just one of the greatest guys, that when you met him, you were infected by how much fun he was, the kind of guy to be around. And you never saw Carl that he didn't have a smile. You never saw him to the point where he wasn't an up person. And we've all met those people we didn't want to be around, but Carl was a person you wanted to be around. And we're truly going to miss him, and I don't think it's going to really affect me until I have to roll my bike through tech next time.
So I might be like the only person here that didn't actually meet Carl, but I forget exactly how the saying goes, but a man can be defined by the company he keeps, and there are so many really awesome people that I know that have been deeply affected by Carl's death and his life. I figured I just had to come here and I guess see what that definition of family is, and for somebody who hasn't met him, I wish I had. And his family did something right, because like I said, the company he kept, great people. So he'll be missed.
Hi guys, holy crap, there are a lot of people here. I met Carl a little over 4 years ago. I moved here from Minnesota to talk to Brownie about racing the Isle of Man, and he said talk to Carl about tech for MRA and stuff like that. And I'd been out of the road racing scene for 8 or 9 years. And Carl came over and actually looked at my bike, and we were looking at some stuff, and then we just kind of hit it off. I didn't get to hang out with him as much as I would have liked to, but you know, he was just a stand-up guy from the time I met him until the last time I, you know, high-fived him and said, "I see you at the top." You know, he got me into the Pikes Peak Hill climb last year, and we had so much fun, absolute blast. And this year, going into it, I mean, the last month, I have text messages. I probably have 200 text messages between me and him about how cool this year is going to be and how much fun we're going to have, and we had fun. You know, not everybody can go and do what we have done, and you know, I dedicate my 11 minutes, 25.613 seconds to Carl and Lacey. Lacey came up to me and kissed my Carl Sorensen sticker on the back of my helmet. I believe that made me faster that day. Godspeed, Carl.
All right, I think the food is ready to go, and everyone hang out and celebrate Carl's life.
No, I'm gonna go ahead.
Oh.
Friends here, I haven't seen in a while. So.